In 9-3, you're going to be using a calculator to convert fractions to decimals. So the objective is to rename any fraction as a decimal by using a calculator, and to reinforce your fraction percent equivalencies for fourth, fifth, and tenths. Let's do a little mental math here first. So again, I want you to think of your answer as a percent and also as a decimal. So 41 hundredths, again, these should be easy because they have 100 on the bottom. 0.41 or 41%. 93 hundredths, well, 0.93 or 93%. 9 tenths, another easy one, 0.9 or 90%. 6 100ths, remember I need 2 places past the decimal, so 0.06 or 6%. A fourth, think of the page we did earlier, a fourth of a dollar, 0.25 or 25%. 3/4 is just that 1/4 3 times. So 25 3 times would be 0.75 or 75%. 1/5, you think of that as 20 cents or 0.20, 20%. Or 4/5, the 1/5 added 4 times, 0.80 or 80%. 4 over 2, you have 2 wholes, so 2.0 or 200%. 1/20th, well, 1/20th of a dollar would be a nickel, so 0.05 or 5%. 11/20ths, well, that'd be that nickel multiplied by 11, so that'd be 0.55 or 55%. And 9/25ths, well, if it's 25, we'd have to multiply that by 4 to get to 100, so 9 times 4 is 36, so 0.36 or 36 hundredths. Use your calculator to divide the numerators of the following fractions by the denominators. So get that calculator out and don't forget the process for using that. All you need to do for 1/2 is type 1, this is your divided by sign, 2, and then you do your equal sign. Then punch in 3 divided by 4. What is your answer? Then do the next fraction, 4 divided by 5. And the final one, 6 divided by 10. What did you notice? Hopefully you notice that the calculator display is the decimal name for the fraction. For example, when you punched in 1 divided by 2, hopefully you noticed it equals 0.5. This is the decimal name for half. Turn to journal pages 342 and 343 to verify that these are the correct decimal names for the fractions. Now, to help you summarize, I want you to remember that one way to rename a fraction as a decimal is to divide its numerator by its denominator. In this lesson, you're going to practice using a calculator to rename any fraction as a decimal. So to use that calculator, again, Math Journals 342, 343, the Math Master pages are there for you. You can rename each fraction on journal pages 340 and 342 and 43 as a decimal by using division. You should write each digit shown in the calculator display up to 6 digits following that decimal point. When you've finished, ask yourself, what patterns have I noticed? One of your things you may have noticed is that some of the fractions have short decimal names with 1, 2, or 3 digits after the decimal point, and no other digits beyond that. So what do these fractions with short decimal names have in common? They are fractions whose denominators, the number down on the bottom, are a 2, a 4, a 5, a 8, and a 10. The other fractions have long decimal names, and they look like they could go on forever if the calculator display could show an endless number of digits. Do you see any patterns in these longer decimal names? Well, if you read the digits from left to right, you come to a digit that seems to repeat forever. For example, in 7 divided by 12, 7 twelfths, it has the decimal name 0.58333333. If you could see more decimal places, they would all be 3s. Next, you need to go to your Math journal and do page 255. Remember, if you get stuck on any of these, to go to your SRB first for assistance, and then, as always, you can come back to me. And the final thing is to do study link 9.3. Notice it says use your calculator to rename each fraction below as a decimal. And then please do the practice on the bottom. Thanks.